Do you factor financing into every bid? I'm assuming financing fees is what this is referring to. Do you factor financing fees into every quote that you send?
So when we financing in ProLine, it accounts for 3.2% automatically, and then we offer that cash discount of 3.2%. So
You're using the cash discount feature.
we're using the
in
cash
quote?
discount feature. So your subtotal is inflated 3.2%. If you're going to pay cash or check, it's deflated 3.2%.
Yeah.
So we charge 3.2% if you're financing. So like
You remove that discount.
it actually, one of the financing companies we use is 3.2%, I think. It's 3 point something. WiseTac. It's a great financing option.
Yeah.
For every single loan. A lot of these are, pay per use at different rates. The ones that we have them averaging at like 3.5%. And that way we expect that 3.2 is going to, it's going to cover credit cards, and it's going to cover financing. And we should, at the end of the year, we should balance out somewhere around even. So we do offer in every quote though, as far as an option. Also, we show, I made a video you can check out on YouTube that I showed in our quotes where that's at.
I'm not sure if it's posted.
It might not be posted yet. It's
It
coming.
would post soon though.
But it basically, one of the options we use that's a real common one, I think's 180 months, 999 interest rate. And we show that exact term on a quote, and then there's a little note there that says, for qualified purchasers.
We have that all built out, how it's in ProLine. And we are making some more changes actually to that here soon, where you're going to be able to have a little bit more control on a per quote level for financing. So, and the cash discounting system, that all is set up in ProLine. That's, you can turn it on, turn it off. But it's there if you want to use it. And looks like this is Keith. Keith says WiseTac. Yeah, WiseTac is one of the financing providers out there. There's quite a few out there, and I think they just all have different offerings. You got to figure out what makes the most sense for you. But I've heard of WiseTac. We've had conversations with them before.
So it's a nice option. I think it's probably a better second look type option. Because the way it works is the customer puts in their information, and WiseTac will make them a financing offer based on their credit. So it seems like a lot more people get approved with it. Now, they might get some really shitty rates. I'm not saying it's, the golden goose here, but it does seem like if you can't get them in your, typical loans through whether it be Upgrade or Enhancify or
Moment,
if those you can't get them approved, seems like WiseTac's another option and it's fair. It's I think it's 3.2% literally. So it's definitely not expensive on the dealer fees, and it makes that customer an offer, and your fee doesn't change no matter what. In some of those places on that second look stuff, they'll jack the fee up because they're giving them a really poor credited person
trying to get them the same deal,
and they'll charge you a 10 or 12% dealer fee, and they don't tell you that until after they've made the transaction with the customer.
Yep. That makes sense. So I've spoken with WiseTac before. We've evaluated them as a potential financing partner for ProLine, like embedded financing. It's been on my list to kind of follow up with them and talk to them. But that was one of the things that impressed me about them, was the kind of the streamline. It's like dealer fees the same every time, and then they handle it like through, like if someone has bad credit, they're still going to usually get them approved. They're just going to pass those increased costs down to them with a different rate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Which makes a lot more sense to me than jacking the dealer fee.
Yeah, no, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah. Like it's not the business credit, it's the homeowner's credit.
Right.
So they should be the ones getting the higher interest rates.